Hi, this is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York. And yes, I somewhat got the bleeding to stop. So, what I did is I haven't had a chance to get to the store to buy new razors. So, I was taking my hair clippers and going over and I gashed the bottom lip, which kind of pinched a little bit. And it bled really bad. All of a sudden, I'm like dripping blood down my chin. So we seem to have got that to at least slow down. So it's two for Tuesday. Grab your pipe and smoke with me. Yeah. So what I have is I have my beautiful Savinelli bowl number 140 loaded up with butternut burley. Oh, it smells so good. And then I have my new oval pipe, um, and I that I got from Dave and his wife Pat. And in that, I'm smoking Dave's Blend, which we did a video earlier on tonight. So I think I'm going to start out with the butternut burley and save the best for last. Um, so, what to talk about in tonight's Smoke With Me chat or ramble? And if I start bleeding again, I may have to pause this video, but at any rate, so here we go with some butternut burley out of a beautiful Savinelli. Uh huh. Yeah, that hurt, by the way. Mm. Mm. So we began our two for Tuesday chat, smoking two bowls together. Yeah, and so last week, last Tuesday, we talked a little bit about some of my internet tactics on buying vintage pipes, and we ran out of time. We were going to talk about internet girls that try to take advantage and get money from guys in their 50s and 60s. This is a real thing. I don't know how many of you are on Facebook. I am. And I mainly use it to keep track of, schoolmates. I graduated from Spencerport School in 1983. So every now and then, well, at least once a week, and I'm 56 years old, okay? So at least once a week, I'll get a friend request from a beautiful young lady in her 20s. And um, I learned a long time ago that, that's probably not even the real person that you're talking to. I mean, you know, you get this beautiful girl who could be a model, actress, whatever. She's so gorgeous. And they friend request you. And, a lot of guys in their 50s and 60s, when they have a young lady friend request them like that, oh, some of them are some of those guys are really lonely. I personally enjoy being alone. I'm single, and I like it that way. Um, but some guys think that if they don't have a woman in their life, they're not complete. And after my separation from my wife 7 years ago, what I did is I chose to see nobody for a whole year. I didn't date, didn't do nothing. I worked on myself, and I worked on my relationships with my children. And I wouldn't consider myself a loner, but I've learned to hone my life to where I'm happy with it. And, I don't have to have somebody. So when I get these friend requests, actually, I kind of have a little fun with it. Um, to give you an idea, I had this stunningly beautiful woman that sent me a friend request probably about a month ago. And she, you know what? Dang, my battery's dying. We'll be right back, and we're going to continue this. Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. So I had this beautiful young lady, absolutely stunningly beautiful, contact me and sent me a friend request, and I was like, ah, yeah, here we go again. So I accepted it, and I've learned to have fun with this. I actually have a couple of friends of mine that they accept these friend requests and actually take them seriously. And my one buddy's like, man, this girl will be talking to me for a couple days, and then all of a sudden she's asking me for $500. Well, no kidding. They're girls in their 20s. Actually, that's probably not even the real person you're talking to. That's their job, to bilk you out of money. And I got one of my buddies, I looked through his friends list, and he's not a decent looking guy. He's in his mid to late 50s and divorced. And he's got like 300 of these hot looking girls that are on his friends list. And I'm like, dude, you ought to just clear them all off and start over, because there's only one thing a woman in her 20s, a gorgeous woman in her 20s, wants from a guy in his 50s or 60s, and that's cash. So, this one girl, like I said, about a month ago, sends me a friend request, and I'm like, okay, here we go again. So I approved it, and she was in her 20s, gorgeous, and so she's talking to me. And I said, hey, if you're for real, send me a picture and flash me the peace sign. Boom, instantly she did. I was like, holy jeez. And she's talking, oh, age is only a number. That's how they start out. So I'm looking through her photos, and I see the picture that she sent me flashing the peace sign. from like a year ago. And so I'm like, it's too coincidental. Mm. So I said, hey, I saw the picture you sent me is like a year or two old. Do me a favor, if you're for real, get a piece of paper and a pen and write down "Hi, Paul" and the date on it and send that picture to me. Well, there was a long silence, and oh, I can't do that. I'm busy right now. I says, no, you can't do that because you're not real. And, then it turned into, I'm short on my rent. I need $500. We're so much in love. Isn't there any way? And obviously, I'm not in love with her. Uh, isn't there any way that you can help me out? And I was like, no. I said, you're one of those Facebook internet girls that befriends guys in their 50s and 60s and then tries to bilk them out of money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that goes on. So, guys, watch out for that. There's no woman in her 20s that's going to want a guy in his 50s or 60s, no matter how good looking you are. The age span is just too distant. It's too far away, and the only thing that they want is money. So I've learned to play with these girls. Last week, one of them even was like, "You think you can help me out a little bit?" I says, "Yeah, I got $20,000 I can send you. Do you have a bank account with a routing number and all that stuff? I'll send it right over right now." Well, can't you just send it over the internet to this? I don't know. There's some thing on the internet you can send money to people without bank accounts. I was like, no, if you really want the 20,000, I don't trust those things. I need a bank account number and a routing number. I got 20 grand I can help you out with. So, yeah, guys, you got to beware of that. So, this past Sunday was Valentine's Day. I hope all of you guys that have fine women in your life, had a great day. Um, yeah, so still working on my COVID project at work. Making shipping containers to send the COVID vaccine all around the world. But I'll never get the vaccine. I actually have a good friend of mine, and she got the vaccine yesterday and feels so out of sorts since she got it. I don't trust that stuff. I think I'd rather take my chances with the old COVID virus itself rather than that vaccine. She's been pretty sick after she got it, so I don't trust politicians. I really don't really trust the medical community. I think I think it's all a scam. Who knows what they're really putting into your body when you get that vaccine? Um, Forget about it. I ain't doing it. There's no way. I won't even get the flu shot because I did read up on the internet. The flu shot, there's many different strains of the flu. So basically, what they do is every year they kind of pick one that you know they think is going to spread the most, and it's a guessing game, and that's the one you get. A lot of people that get that flu shot still get the flu. Bottom line is take your vitamins and eat right. Keep your immunity system up, and you most likely won't get it. You won't get sick. I went into work today, and I just couldn't wait to get it done. Oh my God. Just, I can still do the physical part of it, but after a while it gets old. You know? But I still do love my job. And, so back to these Facebook internet girls. They think us guys in our 50s and 60s are stupid. We're twice their age. And any guy that's somewhat intelligent is going to be like, why would a young girl in her 20s want anything to do with me in my 50s or 60s? Yeah. But there are some guys that hoping to score a young girl. They're desperate. They believe in the illusion that these young girls are creating. And my one friend, he's sent women money before. That's insane. Hope you all liked my last program, last Two for Tuesday from last week about buying vintage pipes off of eBay. Did anybody try any of my tactics? And if so, how did they work for you? Love to hear a little feedback on that. That Decatur pipe rack that I just received today, vintage pipe rack, the guy originally wanted $225 for it. I shot him an offer of $145 and he took it. I saved $80, something like that. And with my offer, I sent an explanation. I says, look, I can appreciate what you want for this, but the last two that I bought, I spent around $150 for. So I'll buy it right now. If you accept my offer of $145, and he did. So don't be afraid to negotiate. I'd like to build a cabinet with glass doors, something where I can keep all my pipe racks in. Keep the dust off the pipes and stuff, and I think they'd look pretty cool, all lined up in this beautiful cabinet. I used to build furniture with my father when I was a teenager, so I've always loved woodworking. So I think having a nice walnut or mahogany cabinet with some shelves in it that would be custom made to fit my pipe racks in would be kind of cool. So this summer that might be a good project for me and my son Paulie Jr. to do. He loves woodworking too. Yeah. So we're sipping on a bush beer here. And do you guys like our Two for Tuesday? Smoke our pipes together. Where we just relax and I kind of talk about whatever enters my mind. Sometimes I usually try to have a topic, but then I wander off from that. I truly do love pipe smoking. Like I said, I've been a pipe smoker now for only about 2 years, but I'm a cigarette smoker too. I've been smoking since I was 17, so that's a lot of years. It's almost 40 years. And but what pipe smoking did for me, and I don't inhale a pipe. When you smoke a pipe, though, you do get nicotine because that smoke goes into your mouth. It's absorbed through your veins and capillaries inside your mouth. I don't know if anybody has ever smoked too many bowls and all of a sudden you get the hiccups. That's from ingesting too much nicotine. But what it has done is it actually cut my cigarette smoking in half. And I shared this with my doctor, and I was actually absolutely astounded by her response. She's like, that's great news. Pipe smoking, as long as you don't inhale, is way, way far better than cigarette smoking. Cigarette smoking, it will eventually give you lung cancer. You know, not a good way to go. So now we're going to try Dave's oval pipe that I bought with Dave's blend in it. And I gave you the information on how to contact Dave in a prior video earlier this evening. So we're going to try that. Oh, yeah. It truly is an awesome blend. I don't know what he put in here, but I like it. I love this pipe. I am going to do a video on this beautiful pipe. I mean, it just has some unbelievable lines on it. It's just a gorgeous pipe. I suspect it's from the late 30s, early 40s. So I'm going to do a video on it where actually restore this pipe, polish her all up with carnauba wax, shine the stem up. It's actually in very good condition now, but You put two or, I mean, this pipe is going to take 2, 3, or 4 coats of carnauba wax. I'll go over it with some white diamond first, and because every pipe, every vintage pipe, it's made out of briarwood, so it absorbs the oils and picks up some soot that affects the look of the grain. This one is a very dark chestnut color, but I looked at it under the light and it's beautiful. So I go over that with my white diamond on my wheel, polishing wheel, and that has a very minor abrasive in it. And it's a polish, and what it does is it really cleans up the briar really nice, and cleans up the stem, removes any scratches, and then you hit it again with carnauba wax. It has 2 wheels on it, one on the left and one on the right, so I always make sure the one on the left I'm using my white diamond with, and the one on the right I use the carnauba wax. So I'm going to do a before and after. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Finally heard from Briar Broom. Didn't know where she went for a little bit. She lives somewhere in Europe. And she hasn't done a video in like a month and a half, and I'm like, where the heck is she? So, Dave, great blend. Love the pipe. So, this is the end of our 2 for Tuesday smoke together. Yeah. Do you guys like these videos, 2 for Tuesday videos, where I just ramble on and we relax and smoke a pipe together? Do you like it? Tell me if you like it or not. So we're going on almost 28 minutes, and it's time for me to go. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Over and out.